Riot Fest in Toronto, Canada. This one, we got a little wet here. It rained us out a little bit. The rain was it just got worse, and the winds came, and a huge rain spout just came through and just drenched the stage. But we threw it up together, and you know, we ran with it at the last minute, so it was pretty cool.
It's cold and rainy here, and it's been cold and rainy in every other city as well. But I would say the biggest challenge would be just the wind factor, and you know, that taking a toll on a guy's mix. And it seems like out of all the rigs here, that the Adamson is the one that's punching through all that wind and not being too affected by it.
First show, Riot Fest Chicago on the Adamson rig. Had to come out blind. Yeah, I did a headphone mix. Rig is very smooth. And even in the wind, I think the PA cut through it a lot better than most, to be honest.
Every engineer that has opened it up, first song in, just kind of turns back, looks at us, and they just have that wow look on their face, like, was not expecting that, you know?
Definitely one of the better rigs I've heard. I didn't have to work hard to make it sound good, at all. I mean, you can run it flat and it sounds great. That's what any engineer wants out of a PA. Enough bottom end and just to be able to run it flat and it sound great.
Yes, I'm a fan, huge fan. That PA, the Adamson PA, will capture every single thing that you're throwing at it and output it that way, exactly. No hesitation, and that's what I love about mixing drums on that rig. And it just, as you saw today, that worked out real well for me. So, and the PA was wet. And it was soaking wet, and it still worked great.
I haven't used it a lot, so it's just like, for me, it's like, it was a good experience. So I'm not EQing things, I'm just trying to build a mix on that sound system that works for me and for my band. And it wasn't a lot of work to do, and I like that.
You want to be cutting edge. So we were looking for a box like that. We went rounds with probably 3 or 4 different manufacturers. Adamson was the company that we chose, not only because of the response of the box and just the smoothness of it, but just the overall engineering. Aside from just the overall sound and tonality of the box, I love the rigging. It's very cutting edge and quick.
I love the subs. They're really tight and punchy, which I didn't know was a 19-inch. Yeah, I love a front-loaded box. I don't feel like I have to push it that hard to get that nice, rich, meaty bump that everybody wants out of a sub.
I certainly like the way the company is going. It seems pretty linear, if I would use that word right. I mean, so tonight I could run at 100 A-weighted, and during the encore I hit 104, peaks of 105 A-weighted. It didn't hurt my ears, and I didn't have to touch the EQ at all on the whole system. Because sometimes, as you start pushing deeper into that, especially at that top end of that range where it's getting loud, rock show loud, is that you've got to start going in there and digging into the high end, you know. And I don't think I was even coming close to hitting anything on the processor. It's quite surprisingly powerful in that 80, 100, you know, in that lower area, right where you would start to cross into the subs. It's thick and meaty in there, you know. I mean, there's plenty of chunk.
And the clarity is just unfounded. I mean, it's great. I felt that I had plenty of headroom. The clarity was amazing, as always, and I felt that the power was a little different than the stage next to me. I mean, I could hear things that I didn't hear, you know, from the other artists.